We had a Luxury Gaming Championship. We had the Yu-Gi-Oh! Invitational this weekend. And, well, just a chunk full weekend of events. So, guys, smash the crap out, subscribe button so you guys don't miss out. The breakdown for this, we're going to talk about Luxury Gaming and the Invitational, at least day one of each event today. Luxury Gaming's breakdown for day one of participation is kind of interesting. Looking at the raw representation here, 252 players entered into probably which will be the last event from Ghost from the Past. We also had the Invitational this weekend as well, in which Konami invited 16 duelists to enter into the fray. And then we will have the playoff on Sunday for everybody. So the biggest thing coming out of Luxury Gaming in terms of the overall representation shouldn't shock anybody, but we had, out of 252 players, nearly, what was it, 1/5 of them were playing Dragon Link. Now, Dragon Link has pretty much been projected to be the best deck of the format. The boards that this deck makes are incredibly scary. The biggest downside of this deck is you're, playing against yourself, and the possibility of your opponent opening up like a power spell of like Droplet, Lightning Storm, Dark Ruler No More. While the deck is massively intimidating in the boards that it can build, and it's, consistency at building those boards, it still has the biggest issues of itself and the big power cards in today's format literally just tearing it apart. So not really surprised to see such a high representation of this. I figured there might be a little bit more on this, but 51 duelists representing it is pretty interesting. Now, we also had 47 Invoke Dogmatica Shaddoll. Seeing this is the second highest represented deck definitely is a little bit more of a shift in the metagame. Eldritch variants have been pretty much the go-to second or first build in terms of ratios for pretty much half of the format, I'll be honest with you. So to see that players are pushing more towards at least the Shaddoll side of things is interesting. Can't really say I'm surprised, though, because normal summon Alistair is pretty much the bane of every deck's existence right now. Setting up a Makaba with basic recursion for the next turn, and of course, Winda being a fantastic floodgate monster. That consistency alone definitely is interesting. Now, we have 21 Praying Kids decks for the Swiss breakdown, which is interesting. Coming off the last Konami event, we saw 3 Praying Kids decks in Top Cut, and I was like, it's actually kind of interesting because Battling Butler, also, once again, we see here that one-card engines are the king of everything because normal summon Alistair is really good. Normal summon convert into Meow Meow, start full combo. That's everything that you want in a deck. So when the next best deck, next to Dragon Link also being the one-card plus extenders go, when the next one-card engine deck in the room gets the chance to succeed. Also, basically being able to get 2 board wipes through the opponent's turn definitely goes to show that, hey, we're still here, we're still doing things. It just took the shift from Virtual World losing Mr. True King of All Calamities for us to kind of start to see more of this push towards the Praying Kids direction of things. So, good news, if you're a Praying Kids player and you have stuff and you've learned the combo lines for this deck, you're actually in a pretty good place right now. Now, we also had 20 Dinosaur decks. Now, Dinosaur's representation's kind of been poop for a chunk of this format. I'm not really sure what's happened. Like, Miscellaneous Sarasaurus is a very, 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 very terrifying card. A lot of players have massive issues handling the Misc Machine. Also, Ultimate Conductor pretty much just tears through essentially every board that can be made from here until the beginning of time. But Artifact Lancia still destroys this deck. I pretty much still believe that Lancia is seeing a lot of play. I heard a lot of players have been making a lot of calls playing Lancia. So kind of interesting to see that the dinosaur representation is in fact up, which means I wonder how the amount of Lancia in the metagame is seeing play. Maybe Lancia representation went down, thus dinosaur representation went up. Now the next one here that gets me is we had 20 Eldritch Zodiac variants. that pushes us down from a very, very highly represented Eldritch representation at the beginning of the format. It definitely looks like Eldritch is pushing down for whatever reason. Maybe it's a higher representation of Dragon Link, just kind of bullies the Golden Lord, and he just kind of has a bad time. But to be fair, traps are really freaking good right now. So to see that, I'm not really surprised. I'm kind of curious to see if other Eldritch variants and other forms will start to come up, because I saw a couple players were messing around with Eldritch Invoked in much earlier times. So that's kind of interesting. We also had, for whatever reason, 11 virtual world decks. 11 virtual world and 252 players. Now, this deck is still massively consistent with the whole Muddy Mud Dragon combo line that you can go down and still end on Dragoon. What is it? Dragoon, Crystal Wing, plus Chuchi. It's 3 interruptions. I still don't think that board is all that good. The deck has some of the best recursion that you could really want to see in a format, because you do end on like a Lulu in your hand after everything's done. You have a consistent board. It's not too crazy. You still risk playing against yourself in your virtual world matchup, but looking at this at the end of the day, seeing such a high representation is also kind of interesting. I guess maybe players believe that they've got something. The real test will be if they make it into Top Cut. We'll have to wait and see where that goes from there. We also had 8 Tri-Brigade players. Now, Bird Up or Tri-Brigade has been on an entire struggle for this format. This deck is really good on a local level, alright? Ending on like Barrier Statue, plus like Double Dragon Lord, Simorg, or like Apex Avian, Simorg, Apollosa. Depends on like what line of play you want to go down here. But players just are not finding a good, consistent place with this deck in terms of the metagame. Either outing the Barrier Statue is just too easy, or people just feel that every other deck in the format is, well, just better. So it's definitely kind of sad to see Tri-Brigade doing so bad, because I definitely think Tri-Brigade is better than Virtual World, but in terms of placing right now, overall participation puts them at 8. We also had 5 Altergeist players. You know you're in a good position when you're an Altergeist player and you're still getting the chance to do something. Only 5 in the entire representation of the event, which isn't too surprising. There's always going to be those really fun players that will be, ooh, piece of candy overall. So I'm definitely kind of looking forward to seeing if any of those Altergeist players can get the chance to shine here. We also have 69 other. That's going to be your rogue slots. We might end up seeing something kind of cool come out of the woodwork, but at this point in time, I think pretty much your metagame has settled on this. Ghost from the Past will probably ruin a lot of days here as we head on into that in the future weekend here. I can definitely see that Dragoonity will become a playable deck. Dragon Link will also get a huge boost. Heading on into tomorrow, I wouldn't be surprised to see if Pran Kits end up taking the event. We'll have to see how many they end up seeding on into Top Cut to kind of, well, make things a little bit more interesting for the meta. So if Brain Kids could actually pull out another win, that would be kind of interesting. Now, the invitation. So the Invitational took place this weekend. Akano ended up playing the event. Poor guy didn't end up playing top 4 or getting top 4. He played stun. Actually, a lot of people got the chance to see Mr. Dragoon Turbo get the chance to do something. So I'm very happy for my friend that actually got the chance to play in the Invitational this weekend and get the chance to, well, play stun on a much higher level. We'll probably see him again at another Invitational in the future if things go well for him. Very happy for that. Outside of that, I believe the world also got the chance to see what Earth Machina could do this weekend, which is actually kind of cool. The world got the chance to buy more of those Machina structure decks. We've already seen the prices on those things go up. Now the world, I believe, gets a chance to see what Infinitrack Machina can actually do. So later on today, you guys will get the chance to see the final 4 duelists batted out. I wouldn't be surprised to see Dragon Link end up winning the event. I'm not sure what all topped. But I've always got a sneaky suspicion that there's going to be a fun little Dragon Link player that's going to end up smashing through. Unless there's a Pran Kids player there, and then of course we're rooting for them at the end of the day. So definitely definitely interesting things to see. So that is your breakdown for luxury gaming and a little insight into the Invitational. I look forward to seeing the results later today for both of these events. So guys, smash it up with the crap out subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more excellent content. Leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think about all of this, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on today for some more cool, awesome content. Peace out. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.